Hey guys, so I decided I just want to do a kind of a short little video on some of my favorite Nickelodeon shows from when I was growing up, that are still some of my favorite shows now, whether they're cartoons, some of them are live action, and just kind of discuss them and why I like them. So I'm just going to jump right in. So first off, and this is a popular favorite, Avatar. Everybody likes Avatar. It's a great show. It's one of the best animated series I've ever seen. I love its art style. It's very anime influenced look. The writing is superb. And honestly, I think it kind of set like a renaissance for what children's television could be and what it could do and show that kids can enjoy things with maturity and some complexity. I I watch it every so often, and I'm just like, oh my god, this show not only holds up, but like it kind of influenced like this more trend and more maturity in cartoons that you see now for kids, which for all the crap that's being made now, there's a lot of like kids cartoons that are fantastic, and I think they owe a lot of debt to Avatar's influence that kids don't just like stupid shit; they can enjoy mature, complex, deep storytelling as well. Uh, what else do we got here? Next up on the play is one of my favorite shows of all time, The Adventures of Pete and Pete. This is a very, very bizarre, it's a very surrealist show, but it's very sweet, it's very sentimental. Um, it's a coming of age story, it's a comedy, it's a drama, and it had like very absurd kind of premises for its episodes, with nonsensical or eccentric characters coupled with these very grounded depictions of growing up and adolescence and childhood, these kind of like very realistic and relatable characters in the midst of these very odd adult characters. These very kind of strange situations that were very set like in this heightened kind of world. And I think that was kind of a metaphor for kind of how big and emotional childhood can feel, and adolescence can feel. These strange situations are kind of lampooning how big and absurd everything seems to us when we're young, and kind of representing them in a very realistic, literal way. It's just a very well written show. I watched it when I was a little kid, and I've been watching it off and on since. And even now, like it holds up more than it did then because I understand more of it now. And I forgot just how bizarre its sense of humor can be. Bizarre but very funny. So if you haven't heard of The Adventures of Pete and Pete, I definitely highly recommend it. I love the show. Like it's in my top probably 5 favorite shows of all time. I watch it constantly. And I may even do a full video just on this show in the future because it's that damn good. Then we have Rocko's Modern Life, which was a cartoon that I grew up with. It was a very satirical take on society, very satirical take on culture and kind of the way things work and people and consumerism and technology and kind of the trends like people fall into. I definitely think it's more geared towards adults. In fact, I know it is. There's a lot of adult content on it for it to be aimed at kids. There's a lot of like subtle adult humor. There's a lot of like cryptic sex jokes in this show, even though it was on a children's network. But it's very funny. Like I like it now. I actually like it more now because I wasn't the right age for it at 5, but I am now at 28, and I definitely see how mature and adult it really is. While at the same time, it can also be just outlandishly crazy and weird, and I love that about it too. Next up, we have one of the best animated series of all time, Hey Arnold. Good God, that's a great show. That's an entire video in its own right, but needless to say, just for this one, love it. It's a fantastic show. I even attempted to do a episode-by-episode vlog series on it, which I kind of stopped doing, but I need to get back to that, because I just love it so much, and I could talk about it forever. Mentioned Avatar, Korra. Legend of Korra is just a great show as well. I need to take this out of the package because it's bright and blinding on the camera. But Korra is fantastic. I don't like it as much as Avatar, but I do think it is a good sequel to Avatar. And there's a lot of things I like about it. Though, honestly, it does fall a little short for me, but still, Korra is a very well-written show. And I like that it actually is very progressive. It kind of took the maturity and the themes of Avatar and kind of pushed them more in the socially conscious direction, which I really appreciate. And I like that it kind of opened the door for other children's shows to have more varied characters and have characters that aren't just hetero. So that's great. More representation, yes. And lastly, one of my other favorite shows of all time, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Oh my god, yes! Oh shit. I could talk about Are You Afraid of the Dark forever. And that's another one I'm actually going to do features on for sure in the future. So I'm not going to talk too much about it here. Great show, anthology series. It's like a very dark, especially for a kid's show. Every episode's like a horror story. Very well done. And I'll talk more about it later. But yes, Are You Afraid of the Dark is fantastic. It ran for 5 seasons originally. And those 5 seasons kick major ass. And it's just a very good show. Like, it's, you know, it could be silly sometimes, it could be cheesy, but overall, the stories were actually well done, and it was actually very well written. So, anyways, that's my list. Thanks for watching. I'll do some more longer videos on these some of these in the future. I just kind of want to do just a quick little recap of what are some of my favorite Nickelodeon shows. And then some of these ought to tell you how old I am. So, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you watch the next ones I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to be doing future videos on Are You Afraid of the Dark. I might do some more Hey Arnold stuff. And I'll definitely be doing one on Pete and Pete. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.